Hello everyone, this is a really quick contest entry for my YouTube friend George Allen, LPs and CDs. George is, he's a very relaxing fellow. His videos are very calm. It's like you're sitting with him, just listening to his collection in his record room. Um, George is one of the guys I'll watch when I know that they're going to be talking about jazz. George loves jazz, and he loves blues and um, like Procol Harum, and he likes a little bit of everything. But I would say jazz and blues are probably his wheelhouse. But George has a contest that's going on. He just put up a video not too long ago, a couple days ago, and this is kind of a push to 300 subscribers contest, or a celebration of getting to 300 subscribers. And George, we know you deserve twice that many. So it's a really simple contest. He wants us to show a jazz album, a blues album, and then a soul slash funk album, one or the other. And he said that these can be in any format. So I've got CDs, and I'll just jump into it. So for my jazz album, I've chosen Solo Monk by Thelonious Monk, pianist extraordinaire. This is one of my favorite jazz albums. It's just Thelonious Monk at his piano. It's almost like he's rehearsing for a gig, like a Carnegie Hall gig or something like that. And this is just a really nice, relaxing album. He's got standards on here. Ruby, My Dear, Dinah, These Foolish Things Remind Me of You. And then this has an additional few bonus tracks. This is a 2003 re-release. And yeah, it's just one of my favorites to put on while having a good meal. Next, I'm going to go with blues. Now, this is one you probably don't think of when you think of blues. This is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mojo. It was put out in 2010. It had been a long time since the Heartbreakers had put out an album as a band. I think their last album before this was The Last DJ, which came out in 2003, I believe. And after that, Tom put out a solo album. He put out a Mudcrutch album with his old high school band Mudcrutch. So Tom was still very active, but he decided to get the Heartbreakers back together, and they put out Mojo. It's all original songs, and it's the first Heartbreakers album to reintroduce Ron Blair on the bass, who had contributed. He had contributed to the last two Heartbreakers albums, but as a full-time member, he was back after the death of Howie Epstein. So there's some killer songs on here. Jefferson Jericho Blues, Running Man's Bible is great. I Should Have Known It was the big single. Don't Pull Me Over is one of my favorites. Something Good Coming. It's a good album. It's probably I think I did a Tom Petty ranking and ranked this at the bottom of my Tom Petty list, but Tom Petty's Worst is still pretty daggone good. And then lastly, a funk or soul album. You don't get much more soulful than Joe Cocker. This is Joe Cocker with a little help from my friends. We all know this album. He does Feeling Alright, the Dave Mason song, Bye Bye Blackbird, Just Like a Woman, the Bob Dylan song, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, the Animals song, of course the Beatles song with a little help from my friends, and then Bob Dylan's song, I Shall Be Released. But you have Jimmy Page on here playing session work. You have Steve Winwood from Traffic. You have Henry McCullough, who was in Wings with Paul McCartney. Just a top-notch group of musicians. And then you have Joe Cocker's smoky, soulful singing voice. So there you go, George. Those are my 3 albums. I encourage everybody to subscribe to George. I'll put his channel below. The link to the contest video. And I forgot to mention, you do need to subscribe to his channel to be entered into this, as well as make your video. So thanks, George, for putting this on, and I'll talk to you all very soon. So take care.